So the Black Ops 6 beta has officially gone live, and it wouldn't be a proper Black Ops game without Mastercrafts, which have become a staple in the franchise ever since their first iteration in Black Ops 4. And Black Ops 6 did not disappoint, as there are 5 different Mastercrafts that you can use on day 1 of the beta. And in today's video, I'm going to be checking out those Mastercrafts as well as talking about how you can get access to them and showcasing them to see whether they're worth it or not. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's dive right into it. And alright, so to start off today's video, let's first talk about how you get access to these Mastercraft weapons. So to put it very simply, these are a pre-order bonus for Black Ops 6, and more specifically, you get them by pre-ordering the Vault edition of Black Ops 6. Now naturally, there are other pre-order bonuses, for example the Woods Operator pack, double XP tokens and whatnot that you get just by pre-ordering the game. However, if you want these particular Mastercrafts, you have to pre-order the Vault edition specifically. And also going forward, although it hasn't been officially confirmed, this is going to be the only way you can get access to these Mastercrafts. So once Black Ops 6 comes out, of course, you won't be able to pre-order the game anymore, so that means you won't be able to get access to these Mastercrafts. So now currently, my very savvy viewers might be wondering, well, you can get Black Ops 6 on Xbox Game Pass, so how do you get access to these weapons? Well, if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, of course you're getting Black Ops 6, but if you want to upgrade your pre-order, because the one that comes with Game Pass is just the standard version of Black Ops 6, you'll have to head on over to the Xbox store, and for an additional $30, you can upgrade to the Vault edition of Black Ops 6. So alright, so without further ado, let's actually showcase some of the Mastercrafts that you are going to be getting. So the first one is going to be for the Jackal PDW, and as you can see, this is the Mastercraft over here. Don't worry, I'm going to be checking them out in game. We're just going to quickly go over them first. Now the next one is going to be for the Ames 85 assault rifle, and as you can see, this one is called Plague Doctor. Third one is going to of course be for the Marine SMP, which is a pump action shotgun in this game. And for all you snipers out there, we also have one for the LR 7.62, which is basically the L96 in Black Ops 6. And last but certainly not least, we do have a Mastercraft for the combat knife, which as you guys can see, this one is kind of looking back at you, hence the name Mind's Eye. And alright, so it's worthwhile to talk a little bit about Gunsmith because it has been changed in Black Ops 6 and it is quite unique, and it does actually affect the Mastercraft weapons. So of course, I'm just taking here the Plague Doctor, which is the blueprint for the Ames 85. If you head on over to the Gunsmith, you can see we have some attachments in here. Now, you will notice that some of the attachments, primarily being the barrel as well as the stock, have this little Mastercraft icon on it. So what that means is that these particular attachments change how this weapon is going to be looking. So as I'm sure if you guys are aware, if you had any blueprint from like a Modern Warfare game as an example, you'll see it'll basically look a certain way, but then when you take attachments off of it, it's going to change the look of the weapon. And unfortunately, that is true for the Mastercrafts here in Black Ops 6. So as you guys can see, this is the look of the weapon, but if I remove the barrel, you can see it's going to take away some of the effects. And if I remove the stock as well, it's going to be doing a very similar thing. Now, just for reference, it's not loading properly because day 1 of the beta, it's not working properly, but just be sure to keep that in mind. And this thing is true for every single Mastercraft except for the knife, because after all, you can't put an attachment on a knife. Now also, I do quickly want to mention about Gunsmith, and as they did change it a little bit. So let's say I were to select my primary weapon, and I'm going to head on over to the SMGs. I'm going to go and select the Jackal. Now, as you guys can see, it says create new build, and then I have the base weapon, but I also have the Mastercraft. So basically what it does is if I were to go and select this weapon, I can select just the base version to modify, or I can go and select, let's say, the Mastercraft. And if I were to go and select this one, and I were to head on over to the Gunsmith, let's just say hypothetically I want to remove all of the attachments on it. So as you can see, it's aesthetically going to change the Mastercraft. Now, it doesn't destroy the entire look of it, but it is going to be changing from what it originally looked like with the attachments on it. So now I just have the Mastercraft with no attachments on it. Now, if I were to go into another class setup, I were to go and select my primary weapon and head on over to the SMGs, and I go and select the Jackal, you can see now, originally, this Mastercraft had all the attachments on it, but now it has no attachments on it. So basically what it does is every time you select a weapon, and if you modify the attachments on it, every time that you bring it back into create a class, the game is basically going to remember the attachments that you had on it the last time you used it. Now, there's a reason for this, because you have to keep in mind that Black Ops 6 is going to be the first Call of Duty game since Black Ops 4, which released 6 years ago, that has a prestige system. And naturally, you're going to be playing Black Ops 6, you're going to make it up to level 55, you're going to have the guns that you want to use, and you're going to have the attachments attachments and setups that you want. And then what's going to happen is naturally you're going to prestige, and then you're going to lose that weapon. So you're not going to get access to it anymore. But the thing is, weapon levels don't reset and attachments don't reset. So instead of having to worry about, oh, I haven't used this weapon since level 50 last prestige, let me see if I can remember the class setup and the attachments I was using on it, and then try to replicate that. Instead, what'll happen is when, let's say, you get access to that weapon again, you can go into your class setup and then you can immediately equip the weapon. And it's going to be as it was the last time that you used it. Now, let's say, using this as an example, I actually want attachments on my weapon. I don't want it to just be blank. What I can do is I can go over to the options button and I can hit reset to default. So as you can see, it's going to be resetting it to how it was before. And the same thing is true for any weapon. Again, the only exception being the knife, because you cannot have an attachment on it. And alright, so I think we got everything pretty much squared away. So let's actually jump into a couple of games, try out some of the Mastercrafts, and see what we can do here on Black Ops 6. Okay, first one, we're going to start off with the Jackal. We're going to hit the inspect animation. As you guys can see, pretty ridiculous inspect animation. And let's see what we can do. You know, a lot of people on day one have been saying that this is kind of the overpowered SMG. I mean, to be fair, it's one of two SMGs and one of them is naturally going to be broken. Okay, there we go. Gotta say, the iron sights are looking really good though. I mean, even though it's a little bit bulky, I mean, there's no denying that. There's a literal eyeball on my gun. The iron sights are quite clean, so it's easy to use. Nice. There we go. Nice. Without a doubt, Treyarch went all out with the Mastercrafts here in Black Ops 6. I mean, after all, we're on day one of the beta, and we got Mastercrafts looking like this, which I think it's interesting. I mean, after all, oh, there's one. There's two, very nice. After all, Treyarch has always been kind of known for having flashy or egregious camos or Mastercrafts. I mean, ever since like even Black Ops 2 with like the bacon camo and weaponized 115, which is stuff that you never would have saw in an Infinity Ward game, at least not until recently. And yeah, with that being said, let's go check out the Plague Doctor. So as you guys can see, this is the Assault Rifle Mastercraft. Very similar kind of look. You can see that for Black Ops 6, they kind of went for a zombies theme for all the Mastercrafts. There we go. Nice, nice. And this one even has a grenade launcher, which is kind of interesting. We'll have to give this a try. Not sure. Let's see if we can hit someone. Yeah, I will say that grenade launchers usually aren't the most consistent things in most games. I think Black Ops 6 is no exception. Nice, nice. There we go. Let's just... Oh, shoot, the trophy system got it. Oh, no. Just ate the thing. Nice, there we are. Okay, there we go, there we go. If you guys haven't already, comment down below which one do you think you're going to use the most. Which, speaking of which, I think it's time we check out another one. As you can see, this one is going to be for the pump action shotgun. This one also has an eye on it too. Pretty incredible inspect animation as well. Like I said again, Treyarch has really gone all out with these Mastercrafts. So let's see if we can get a kill with it. Nice. 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 Well, that's how you clear a hardpoint. I will say that. We'll say a very satisfying gun in this game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to go and check out the sniper. And we got an ice cold animation with this thing. So let's see if we can hit like a triple collat or something like that. Who knows? Nice. Nice. Nice, there we go. Also, it's worth mentioning that if you want to pull out your knife in this game, what you have to do is you have to hold down the melee button, and then you are going to be pulling out your knife, which, as you guys can see, mine has a friendly little eyeball on it. Oh, not so friendly after all. Yeah, just give this a smack. Okay, let's see if we can get a kill with this thing. There we go, there we go. And there we go. The final kill for the victory. Things you'll love to see. So yeah, guys, that's going to effectively wrap up my first video here on Black Ops 6. I hope you guys went on to enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. So thank you once again for watching. I'm your host, Deeper Jungle, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one.